Hi guys, Karen here. Today I'm scrapbooking this photograph of my daughter and her partner. I wanted to do a layout using these acetate tags from Pinkfresh Studios that came in the April Hip Kit. I felt that because they're acetate, they don't show up very well and they can get a bit lost on a layout with lots of pattern paper. So I thought I'd try using them on their own as a background. So I tried laying them all out in advance, and I thought actually they need something to contain them on the page. And they needed a border, so I'm mixing together some yellow and red acrylic paint to do a bit of a border around the page. This is already my third attempt at a border. The earlier ones didn't work very well, they were much too wide, so I've decided to make a narrower border, and I don't know how clear it is. It's a sort of dark orangey colour, slightly terracotta, which picks out, there's definitely that colour in the acetate tags. There's loads of different colours, but I like this colour because it also goes with quite well with the picture that I'm using. So I did a border around the edge, and then I'm doing another border here, which is where the photograph will go. So it'll just sort of highlight the area of the photograph. That's it, showing you where that's going to go. And then I'm just laying out all these tags. I decided to use the whole packet in one go, and a sort of a grid layout, and putting them just randomly around, trying to keep the bigger tags separate so that they're and build the smaller ones around it. So I'm just kind of picking out where I think they might go, keeping the colours separate as well. Just put a little one on top of that big one where there was a bit of a blank space at the top there. And having got the area showing where the photograph is, it's easier to work out where I need to put all these tags, and some of them are more labels and various sizes, just laying them all around the layout. So yeah, I'm just fiddling around with here, trying to get them to fit on in a way that I like. There's even a few circular ones which can be a bit tricky amongst all these regular rectangle shapes, but they just make it lifted a bit, I think, having the different shapes. I'm still trying to find the right places. It's beginning to fill in. Love all these colours. It's so fresh and summery. And the more I lay them down, the more I think I really like these. I really like the way this looks. So I'm almost there, fitting in the last few. And there's a few little flowers that are just going to be popped in the spaces, or on where there's a space on one of the tags, or a space on the layout. Yep, I'm finally finding little places to put those flowers. So I've laid them down, and now they're stuck down. I didn't make you watch me stick them down as well. It's bad enough watching me putting them all in place. And then when I picked up the photograph, I found I'd missed one, and I've stuck them all down, and I'm trying to find a way somewhere to put it, but I can't. So that will just have to be left off. It had just got caught up under the photograph there. So now I'm going to back the photo with some tissue paper. I didn't want a lot of backing on the photograph, just enough just to lift it away from the page. So I'm doing a bit of white tissue paper first, sticking that down. And you can see on the back of the photograph, I've actually noted the place and the date. So I've just made a note of that. So because once I stick it down, I might forget, because I never remember place and date. So I've written it down on the spare piece of card there, so I don't forget, because that's going to basically be my title. There isn't really a story to go with this picture. It's a picture that was taken 3 years ago of my daughter when she was they were just having a nice walk along the Thames. So my title will just reflect that. And then I've just picked one more backing sheet which picks out all the colours. Mainly it's the same sort of colour as the border. And that's taken from a 6x6 pad by Jen Hadfield. It's the Cottage Living collection, which is a really beautiful collection. Another one of my favourites. So I'm just going to back that, just give it just a light backing, really, so that it lifts it from the from the page a little. And then I'm going to, I've seen that fits okay, and then I'm just putting on a piece of foam, lift it up again from the page, just to give it a bit more prominence, because it's quite a busy background, so we want to make sure we still notice the photograph there. So just putting it raising it a little bit on the funky foam should help to give that make that stand out a little bit more. And that's it. And I'm not going to do a lot of embellishing on this page. As you can see, doesn't really need it. But I thought, well, how on earth am I going to do a title that will stand out? So the answer is use big black letters, and then you won't miss them. And these letters are from Amy Tangerine, and they're the Afterglow font, which is lovely and bold, and it's nice and big letters. And I think that works quite well against this really colourful and busy background. So just laying that down under the photograph. So Marlow is a little town on the Thames, and that's where they've gone for a nice walk. And then I've got to find somewhere to put my date. So again, I'm picking out some black letters, some little black stickers, and I'm going to put those. I think these are from the Mambi chips. So one's from that's me and my big ideas. One is from the Happy Planner. One set's from the Happy Planner. One is Mambi Sticks is the other one. So I've taken the letters are from the Mambi Sticks. I can't say it. Mambi Sticks sheets. I picked out the letters for the month of March. I'm just sticking them. There was a nice little clear space on the top of that tag, so I thought that's where I'll put my date. I'm just putting on March, and then I'm going to use the Happy Planner stickers, and these are all letters and numbers, and I'm going to, have I used those, or which one is that I'm using there? Oh, it may actually be again from the Mambi Sticks. I had them both there to hand, but I think actually that's the one I've used. Nice little circle, yeah, for the Mambi Sticks. So although I had both sets there, I don't actually think I used the Happy Planner stickers. I just used the Mambi Sticks just to make the date. That was 2014. And they're the only type of embellishment I've decided to do, because I had the matching set of enamel dots to the tags. It's the same collection from the mix from Pinkfresh Studios. I've decided to use the enamel dots just to fill in the spaces, the little holes where we would normally put a bit of twine. I didn't want bits of twine all over the page, so I decided to put little enamel dots, either in matching or contrasting colours, in each of the holes in the tags. So just trying to find a colour that goes with each of the tags. It just kind of completes it without having to put lots of little bits of twine on. That just thought that would look a mess. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just picking out some colour dots. Sometimes some need the really tiny shape, the tiny enamel dots, and some of them need slightly bigger ones. I'm just popping them in all over the page. And I think that's going to be, yep, just struggling with that last one there. And that's it done, I think. I really love how it turned out. It's lovely and colourful and bright, and I really enjoyed doing that. So thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.